the channel, and this is part 6 of Doctor Who Season 13 Flux review, and this is The Vanquishers. This is the penultimate episode to end the story arc for the last 6 weeks. Doctor Who starring Jodie Whittaker in the penultimate episode, which concludes the Flux. Let's go. Start off with the positives. What did this 59 minutes give us? Well, it gave us a lot of, again, very busy, a lot going on. I've said this throughout the entire season, a lot going on, etc. We have a conclusion. I'm glad that Joseph Stevenson, why do I keep saying Stevenson? Joseph Williamson, who was the creator of the Liverpool tunnels, we give him a nice, cozy, and yes, he survives. He's advised, spoilers in this review, he's been told by the Doctor that he's done enough. He's provided them with the location of all the fluctuations of the flux where everything is coerced and joined. He then goes through a door back to Liverpool to his safety. Great, okay. We see the demise of Professor Jericho on board the Sontaran ship and sees his death along with the Sontaran leader. And he was such a good fleshed out character, although he's a good actor, so I'm glad he got not the wanted conclusion. I think he would have probably been a good companion, but I think would ultimately overshadow Jodie Whittaker going forward. So he's probably got other movie commitments and stuff as well, I would say. Very, very busy man, very talented actor. So I'm gonna say one thing first of all. We cut to the section where the Doctor splits across 3 variants of itself. So ultimately you've got 3 Doctors, you've got 3 Jodie Whittakers helping each other. As if you thought 1 was possibly enough, we get 3. So I'd say Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee and William Hartnell, who starred in the original 1973 The 3 Doctors to commemorate the 10th anniversary. This is no 3 Doctors, and God, hopefully it wasn't voiced as the 3 Doctors. So this is the only time we're going to see the 3 Doctors not being the 3 Doctors, and we can brush that aside and move on, because I didn't like that at all, especially when one was commenting, oh, I think I fancy her. No. And the other one goes, huh? No. Could have done without that. Look, to be honest, if she'd have just done the scene as it was, without all the double entendres and the innuendo, I fancy myself, could have done without that. But again, that's just Chinwell's writing. No, I didn't like that at all. It was unnecessary. There you go. Moving on. It was flashed. The remainder of the story, I think, was flashed out. The only characters we didn't see have a penultimate ending was General Logan from the War of the Sontarans. Sontarans taking over corner shops, scoffing full of chocolates and stuff, and then a negotiation between if the humans can live and they get their hands on all the world's chocolate. No, it's not Willy Wonka. No. It was funny, but it was a sort of funny and then an eye roll. Move on with the plot, please. Let's just bring this to its conclusion now. On the whole, I liked how it all wrapped itself up. I thought it was, I think I ended the episode happier than I'd done with most of them. I think the only, for me, out of all the 6 episodes, and this is an extra conclusion and synopsis, my favourite episode of all 3 of them was the Village of the Angels. I think as a standalone episode, if that was a standalone episode without the Flux involved, that would have, in my opinion, held the test of time as a standalone. Didn't hurt being part of the Flux mythology, as it's probably going to become known now. Yeah, that's my favourite episode. So, did it work? I think, in retrospect, there was an awful lot of the Temple of Atropos. I think there was an awful lot of the original bit which was confusing. Episodes 1 and 2 were really hard to follow, but as we see now, it's more encumbered. It's more understandable now. So all the little links and snippets we've been given, we understand fully now where it all comes to pass. So I think the Vanquishers was a nice episode. You didn't have as much space hopping as in the previous episode for all the search, the questions and everything else. I'm glad we understood. I think with Scooby-Doo, I like the way that the Doctor has, you know, still don't 100% know where he's come from now. It was said in one of the scenes that we were together and you put me aside. I was half expecting him to be some sort of crossbreed canine character, being the fact that it's a dog. I think thank God they didn't do that, but I was expecting it. I was expecting to be some sort of bio-gnosis of canine or something like that, because obviously being a past companion. Villain side, I did enjoy the way that the Grand Serpent was portrayed. Actually, I like the way that could have all ended really hammy, and I like the way that they made him look really vulnerable. The first time he's actually vulnerable and very few words to say, and I like the way that could have ended really campy. Swarm and Azure, first time you actually see them speechless. Obviously the Doctor projecting one of herself as a time shift or as a message, and they took it to be the actual Doctor, and in fact it wasn't. So I'm glad that finally those two were put in their place and ultimately failed to capture the Doctors. So again, if you haven't seen the episode, apologies for the spoilers. You need now, if you haven't watched Doctor Who before, you're thinking of going to do, it's probably not the best season to join it now. Probably seeing Whittaker's first and second season and then maybe watching them in concession in order would be a good way of getting into Doctor Who. But if you are thinking of going and looking at Doctor Who, start from 2005 onwards, the new Who, or go back and watch some classic Who from 63 onwards and see how you get on. So on the whole, I thought the Flux started weak. It did end. It was halfway through, and then it did. It gave us the climactic conclusion I think that everyone was looking for. So all steam ahead. So on the whole, just to reiterate, I thought it ended well. It started weak, but it ended satisfactorily. I can say, if it's going to be her final season, then fine. I know we've got a couple of specials coming out now. Speed ahead to New Year's Day features the Daleks. I haven't looked at the exact name of that, so going forward I will be reviewing the New Year's Day special. From what I've seen of the snippet at the end of the episode, we've got the Daleks. So speed ahead to then. So from me, Andrew, I want to wish you all a very, very happy Christmas. I hopefully will have some more Who content between then and now. I'm not 100% sure, check the schedule. So thanks for watching all 6 episodes. If you have, you can check out some of the other Who content if you wish as well. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching this, and I look forward to seeing you all in the future. And please do, again, hit a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the content, and please do check out other content on the channel as well. Goodbye people, and thanks very much for watching all reviews. Bye bye.